Hello all! Before we resume our wanderings from East, I'd like to give a shout out to longtime friend of the show, Mayo the Hedge Fox. Mayo has been working on a professional English translation of the Russian comic Demon Slayer Volume 2, in which our world is threatened by the Antichrist, who has united the legions of hell under his banner. However, all is not lost, for humanity is under the protection of the titular Demon Slayer and his odd group of allies, including Sneak the Imp, a witch named Queen of the Rot, and a homeless girl with a living nightmare inhabiting her mind. If Demon Slayer sounds like your cup of tea, it can be found on Comixology at the link below, which I will also add to the video description. Mayo, many thanks for all your support, and now back to the wanderings. Welcome, Wanderers! I am Un with another episode of I Played a Thing, East 3, Wanderers from East. Last time we learned that Elena had been worried about her brother, and that said brother, Chester, had been hanging around Alcano Ruins of late. Also that there was a priest named Pierre, who had headed into Alcano Ruins and hadn't been heard from since. So I think we've got our next target for investigation. I don't believe there's really anything worth doing in town at this point, so we're just gonna head on out and head for the ruins. Excuse me, gentlemen. And as you would expect, we now have a new destination on the world map, Alcano.
Alcano? More like volcano.
And as usual, for an outside area with The Boys Got Wings playing as the music track, we can use Adolf's photosynthetic qualities here to restore our health if we get in trouble. But we're doing fine right now, so let's head on in. These wizardly guys that throw the fireballs, they're super trivial in the Genesis version because you can just crawl along and pass under their fireballs. But in this version, they're too low to the ground, and you do have to jump. So I like to... Oh, I was going to say I like to approach slowly so that doesn't happen to me, but it happened to me anyway. Any more wizards? Yep. Whew, you really caught me with that one. Now, with apologies, this is an area in which I really should chainsaw the sword, because there are eagles coming down from the sky, and they're a little too fast for me to react to in my old age, so I'm just going to keep the sword blazing away so that they kind of run into it. By the way, I am at level 7 now, as I was when we left off, and I think I'm going to be needing around level 9 for the next boss. So I think we will have enough time to get there, especially considering I think I just gained a level, did I? Yeah, I thought I heard the level gain sound. I like this track quite a bit in this version of the game. There really are no bad tracks in it, to my thinking. But the version of the track in Oath and Felghana is probably my favorite track in that game. I highly recommend giving it a listen. I'm sure it's been uploaded by many on YouTube. In fact, there's a YouTuber named Chalk Teacher who has uploaded comparisons of the various versions of East music across every platform it was ported to, which is a lot. And it's a really interesting comparison and a good way to just listen to the music in its many forms. I highly recommend. Maybe if I can think of it, I'll put a link in the video description. So far, so good. We're coming along pretty well. Level 8 is pretty good here. We're killing pretty much everything in a single hit. Oh! I forgot about these ground fireball things. Boy, are they making me pay for it. They stay below hitbox level as long as I don't jump, but we have to jump in order to deal with the wizards. Definitely thinking I'm gonna need to use my harb here. Okay, is this advancement or is down advancement? Because I don't want to miss anything. Treasure! Oh, and it's a shield upgrade. We could definitely use one. But right about now, I could definitely use a harb. There we go. Not entirely thrilled that I had to use that, but we'll have an opportunity to regain it later. Generally speaking, the only areas that you can actually get a harb is in town, but there is one exception to that. And I'll hear some men talking from the altar below.
Brother Pierre, you must tell me what you want here.
I seem to have lost my way.
No need to lie, good brother. You're looking for the statue, aren't you? What the? I think I heard someone up there. You! You were the swordsman I saw in the Tigray mine. Didn't I warn you not to show your face around here?
You! Come with us!
No doubt in my mind that Adol could take those guards easily, but he's gonna be a gentleman.
Molten lava is flowing down there. No man has ever returned alive. How do you know my name? So you have talked with Elena. Well, it's my life. What I do has nothing to do with you or Elena. Now, goodbye forever.
And down we go into the heart of the volcano. Things get kind of nasty here. We want to head to the left, and I'm going to be chainsawing the sword a fair bit again. I apologize for that. But my reaction time is not what it used to be. And the enemies here can tear you up pretty good. I'll be in a better place when I hit level 9. But for now, taking a little more damage than I'd quite like to. You can see those falling fireballs come up from the background, as I'm sure you probably noticed. So it's a good idea to just put on the brakes when some of those fly up so that they pass by harmlessly. And up here is that free harb I mentioned. I believe once you've used one, you can get another one. Let me save my game, and then we'll give that a try. There we go. Now I am going to go ahead and use that. And I'm going to leave and come back in, and I think our harb will be replenished so we can have one in reserve. Excellent! I thought that was how it worked, but I was a little uncertain. And how close are we to level 9? Oh, getting pretty close. I think if I just proceed normally, then I'll be set. Let me save the game again, just to update things to full health. Oh, hitting the back as soon as I spawned in. Ain't that some shit. Oh man, I'm taking some nasty... Oh! Something that's certainly not helping me with respect to taking nasty hits is that I've done something I do quite often in this game. Forgotten to equip my new shit. Let's go ahead and do another harb cycle. And did I just level up to 9? I think I might have. I wasn't listening for the sound. Yes, I did. So if I can make it to the boss, I'll be in good shape for taking it on. Really nice of Falcom and Hudson to put a renewable harb here. It means that if you go down here in kind of a bad situation, like if you have fairly little health coming in, or if you get into trouble on the way to the boss, that you're not stuck forever. You can just use this as a renewable grinding spot or whatever. Really appreciate that little bit of courtesy, because you know so many other games wouldn't do it. See, there are things that I think Ys 3 does very well. Yeah, I'm definitely taking substantially less damage now that I have my small shield on. If you ever catch me doing that again with my equipment, I want you to use some time-traveling internet powers and warn me. Alright, I think we might have the lava snake things up ahead. In which case I just have to run like hell and stay ahead of them. No enemies here at least, which is a mercy. Coming back in the opposite direction, now that's gonna be a bitch. And here is our first boss of the volcano, Gillen. Periodically, he will disappear into the lava and just appear there as fire bursts for a while. What we want to do is bait him into getting a little higher so we can get our hits. Oh, damn it. That went poorly. Oh wow, I'm almost definitely going to have to use my harp here. This is a tricky boss, but I'm making it look more difficult than it is. Also, I should put a ring on. I'm being very scatterbrained today. When he's down there making flame come out of the lava, there's nothing you can do but avoid him. Except, of course, try and bait him back up into the air again. Using technique against this boss is practically impossible. He just tends to glom onto you like mold on cheese. And the hitbox is wacky enough that getting within sword range means you're probably going to get hit a fair number of times. Unless you're very good at spacing, which I'm not. But now that I've got the power ring on, we're doing okay in the damage race. Not brilliantly, but okay. And I've still got a harp that I can use if I get into too much trouble. Come on, you. Stay above the ground. Up here. Up here. Come on. This upraised area on the right is very handy for that. Alright. I think I might have to harp it, unless I get... Ooh, that went well. Haha, saved the harp. And a stone idol for our trouble. Off goes the harp. Off goes the ring. And you recall when we first fell into the volcano that we headed left, but there was also a way to go right? The statue is what we need to go right, so we're gonna head back that way and take care of that business. Unfortunately, I do have to cross the lava snake area in the opposite direction, and just outrunning it isn't a possibility there. You have to try and get your jump timing to clear them, and it's quite difficult, as you will see. But to some degree, we can just tank the damage. Oh, and they're not hurting me much at all. That's a good thing. I was expecting to take more hits there, or to take more HP there. Also doing much better than usual at dodging them. I usually get hit by the damn things near constantly. Yeah, did we get a level from defeating Gian? Nope. Still a little ways to level 9, in fact. Or, I mean, level 10. We are at level 9, thankfully. Otherwise, that boss fight would have been a real bitch. The next boss is, according to my notes, one that I'll want to be level 10 for, so that shouldn't be a problem. Quite enough of the teleporting phoenixes, thank you, game. And while we're here, there's no reason not to harp cycle. Why yes, Falcom and Hudson, I will abuse your kindness. Now, how many more XP do we need? Not a whole hell of a lot. I think we'll be able to get that more or less naturally by going in the direction we're going. If I have to, I'll grind a wee bit. But the grinding, if any, should be minimal, I imagine. This is another track that, if memory serves, is particularly good in Oath and Felghana. Not that it's bad here. Again, there is no part of this game's soundtrack that I don't like. But I think this one is particularly notable in the remake. 9,800. Closer still. I'm gonna do it before I enter the next screen, just to be on the safe side. I don't remember exactly where the next boss crops up. Why are enemies not respawning? They usually do that more than you want them to. Alright. We're now level 10, and we're almost halfway up the largest our HP bar can be. Actually, I think we are halfway up. One thing you can't say about East 3 is that it doesn't move quickly. And there is the lava flow that we previously could not pass. Jumping in would be instant death, but now that we've got that statue, the lava flow creeps to a halt as Adol holds up the stone idol. And it's safe. Actually, this seems like a real good time to drop a save. And we are doing pretty well, not taking a ton of damage, moving along at a good clip, getting our ring power back gradually. Oh, nope, there is another screen of enemies. I did practice run this, but I don't have a perfect memory of every particular nuance of the geography, which should not be surprising considering what my sense of direction is like. That is one nice thing about a side-scroller. As long as there aren't any door mazes or anything, then there are pretty limited ways for me to get lost. Oh, okay. This goes on for quite a bit longer than I thought. That's okay, though. It's just more of the same. We can handle it. And I don't even have to chainsaw my sword anymore. Hey, signs of civilization.
I'm glad to see you're safe. Someone's coming! Quick, hide!
I could have sworn I heard someone. Chester, what's going on? It's nothing. But I thought I heard someone. It must have been my imagination. Well, be more careful. Tell me, Chester, what will you do about Brother Pierre? He seems to be on to us. So I'm going to lock him up in the dungeon of Valestein Castle.
Mr. Merlin!
Yes?
The fire dragon Girin has been slain!
What? I'll be there immediately. Chester, I don't see how that little boy can give you such a hard time. I'm very sorry.
seems like they've gone. I don't know, but it gives me the creeps. Hey, what's that in the dark? It could be some kind of mechanism. I think this is the way to find the statue. I remember a story my brother used to tell me. He would talk of a flying monster that lived in volcano ruins. A monster that guarded a magical statue. Why? I am the one who brought you here. I can't let you face this danger alone. Thank you. All right, but... Adolf, be careful.
I can't recall for sure if it's possible to go back, and if so, if there's any reason to. Let's give it a try. Well, clearly it's possible, but does this actually lead anywhere worth going? Okay, I think this is backtracking. I'm not entirely positive of that, but I think the thing to do now is to go where the statue was moved. And go on ahead to our next boss, which I'm pretty sure is going to be right through the door, so come to think of it, saving would not be a bad idea here. I'm pretty sure I know where we are now. Just have to pass through this tunnel underneath the volcano, and think we'll be at our next boss fight. Yep, this is Gyalva. And at level 10, I should be good to go with him. He just flies around and spits a spray of fireballs down, nothing too complicated. Keep our harp ready just in case. Power ring as usual. Let's go for it. Oh shit, did I find a mostly safe spot? I don't know if this has ever happened. He is pretty sturdy though. But as long as I lean into my jump a little bit, get a little closer than is possibly strictly safe, I can do a little more damage with each jump. Yeah, this is working out really well. I usually have more trouble with this guy. Somehow, I never found this very kind of obvious safe spot at the top of this craggy bit here. That was a good one. Yeah, no way whatsoever did I need to be at level 10 for this. Piece of pudding. Perfect. Ring goes off, harp goes off. And now we're all good to get back to Serena. Also, with that over 8,000 gold, I believe we're ready to buy our next sword, which I'm going to be wanting soon. Excellent.
I'm surprised you've come back alive. I guess I underestimated you. It looks like I'll have to deal with you personally.
Chester, no!
Elena, what are you doing here?
I asked Adel to stop you from doing any more harm. Please, stop! why are those statues so important to you?
It's my duty. I must get revenge. Surely you remember what happened that day? Adolf, just leave me alone. I don't want to fight.
Let's go back to the village, Adolf.
Alright, fair enough.
Adolf, am I glad to see you? I'm leaving for a while. I must climb Mount Secco. I seek my old spiritual master who lives there. I could be gone a long time. Adolf, Mayor Grady gave me a message for you. He must see you. It's urgent. His house is beside the inn.
Well, we've kind of got two leads there. First is Dogi heading up to Mount Seto in order to talk with his master, maybe do a little training. And the other, more immediate one, is that Mayor Grady wants to see us. I believe this is his house.
Adol, my boy, I'm glad you have come. Look what has happened, young'un. Someone broke in while I was gone. They sure made a mess of my home, but nothing is missing. I think they were thugs from Valestein Castle. They are after the statue you found in Tigray Mine, my boy. And for some reason they thought I had it. If the statue has something to do with all the creatures that have been roaming around lately, then you will be in danger. But we still need your help. You are a great swordsman, and I will put the trust of the entire town in you. What do you say, young'un? Are you game?
Let's see what happens if we say no.
Look here, young'un. I need your help. Please try and help save the town from certain death.
But thou must.
That's the spirit, Adel, my boy. Here's the first thing I would like you to do. You remember the locked door you found in the mine? Well, it stays locked, because beyond it are pits with many fierce monsters. I've heard old stories about that place, and they say another statue rests somewhere inside. I've already sent a party of miners there, my boy, and I would like you to join them in a search for the magic statue. Here, take this with you, young'un. I hope you will find it useful.
Alright, looks like we're going to be heading back to Tigray Mine. Also, Mayor Grady, I like you, but wish you wouldn't call me young'un and my boy quite so much. Or Adel, for that matter. Look for the statue behind the locked door. Okay. And the locked door in question is the one by where we found the power ring. Speaking of rings, the time ring that he just gave me, that does pretty much what you'd expect. Causes, I believe, slowdown of every enemy on the screen. I don't find it a very good use of my ring power generally, so it's one that tends to stay in the pocket most of the time. On the subject of ring power, you can get it recharged here, and I think I'll do that. Pretty economical. With the crystal, I will make a serum to recharge ring power. That's a little strangely phrased. The idea here is that if you can find a crystal, bring it back and she'll make the serum that you can take a ring power recharge along with you in an item form. If memory serves, we'll actually be doing that pretty soon. and of particular importance, it would be a very good idea to have the next level up of sword here, so I'm going to grab it. That'll really drain our cash reserves, but it is worth every penny. Pretty neat looking sword, too. Yes, I'm still a traveler, and you saw me the last time I was in town. Might as well save before we head back out into the wild. Okay, level 10, next level is at 15k, and I'll only need one more level because my notes say that the next boss is very beatable at level 11. Good news. No new destinations at this time, we're headed back to Tigray. The early game enemies here are of course completely trivial, but you will probably not be surprised to hear we will not be having these early game enemies around anymore when we head through that locked door. We'll have all kinds of new fun critters to play with. And we will not have an infinite supply of harb when we get to the new area. We're now able to get back out into the open, which we could not do in the volcano, and so they expect us to do that. Can't be getting careless, they can still hurt me. Brady asked me to come here. Are the others already inside? Yes, and there are creatures lurking in the ruins. Be ready. Look for the statue. Okay. Well, let's see how well I remember how to do this area, which has very spooky music. Okay, the plant things, when you approach, they let out their, whatever those are, tentacles, I guess you'd say. And then you have to hit them in the tentacle area for them to go down. And those red guys, if I recall correctly, walk back and forth, and will throw out a claw when they get within range. Fortunately, it appears they have to be at very close range to throw that claw out. Let me see if I can bait this one into doing it. There we go. And just like the wizards in Volcano Ruins, if memory serves, you could duck under the claws in the Genesis version, but not in this one. And I think there is something for me if I go down this way. There's damage for me, that's great. I will be slightly irked if this is advancement rather than, Oh, you know what? I think this is advancement. Yep, totally advancement. I'm going back the other way. Probably take some damage along the way, but I can always do a quick run outside if I need to. Yeah, I'm thinking with half of my HP gone, that's going to be a good idea in any case. And I will have to remember to be careful coming down this way next time, because it likes to drop you right on some of these plant things. What the hell are those? I do not remember those at all. Seems like they only come at you under very specific scrolling circumstances. Now, what will I find if I go this way? Ah, the crystal. Well, I might as well take that back to town and get one of those, ring power restoring, serums. Alright folks, I'm gonna head out of here, do a little photosynthesis, and get that ring serum. I will see you when I get back to town. Okay, outside, soaking up that sweet revitalizing sun, and back to Serena we go. We're getting close to having the 15k that we need for the next level, and the next level that we'll need to take on the next boss, at least to do it reasonably safely. Oh, with that crystal I can make brochure serum. Alright, how do I buy it? Oh, it's under herb, that's right. Fairly expensive stuff. And I believe just like the herb, yeah, we can only carry one at a time. There it is. Alright, back to the mine we go. I'll see you there. And downward thrust can be very handy indeed. Works for these guys too. Oh, and there's my level. Now this time, I'm gonna make myself a save before I try and descend here. This is going much better. There we go. Managed to do it that time without losing half of my HP, which I have to say is an overall improvement in my circumstances. I want to keep that. Hey, what's going on, guys? This chest won't open, but it doesn't seem to have any lock. Now, looks like everyone's got the same stuff to say. Why don't we give it a try? The statue in Adol's hand starts shining and the treasure box opens. And we got a tablet.
This chest! I think it's awfully weird.
What is that noise? This must be the legendary curse. Show me the tablet that was in that chest. The legend is this. A devil called Demonicus once reigned over this land. All who opposed him were exterminated. One young man was skillful enough to rise above the chaos and seal away Demonicus by using the power of the statue. But Demonicus never died. He lives on, even now. I never imagined he could return.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if the intro wasn't enough, we have a villain reveal. Also, I forgot about that. Sometimes it's pronounced Demonicus and sometimes Demonicus. The latter possibly even sounding sillier to my ears. Again, this may only be something that I care about, but Those names just sound so damn goofy to me. Personally, I would rather have Galbalan. Demonicus is back! We'll all be killed! How could he return? We're finished. Anything over here? No. And I think this might be the boss room below me. Not quite yet. Anything over... Oh, excellent. Plate mail. Wonderful. Alrighty. Let's see if this is the boss now. Nope. I seem to be remembering these levels as shorter than they actually are a fair amount of the time. Wait, was there something over there on the right? Nope, just a plant. Got a little careless there, but with my new level and my new armor, didn't end up mattering a whole hell of a lot. Oh, that's right, I have to jump from above to get over there, I think. Ugh. Could have done without that damage, but... well, at least I have a recent save if I get in real trouble. Now then. Let's do this as pixel perfect as we can. No, still no good. Okay, I have officially forgotten how to do this part. Do I have to come over from even higher? That did it. Oh, those weird jellyfish things that always seem to be lurking just off the edges of the part of the screen that's actually being used. No, I really think this might be the boss. Oh, and I just dropped a save where there's a monster spawn. And now I don't remember where there aren't monster spawns. Oh well. We'll just roll with it. Okay, and the next boss is Istursiva. And Istursiva has these falling ice crystal things, these swirly balls. It will also fire from the lower right projectiles, and the red ball swirling around it up there will teleport you away if you bump into it. So, you have to get your hits in while avoiding the many different flavors of projectile, and timing your strike so that you don't get teleported away every time you rise up to hit it. Okay. Got my appropriate equipment on, got my power ring on, got my harb. Think we're ready to rock. Oh man, I am not doing great damage here. It is very evident I forgot how hard Istursiva was. Really underestimated there. Also that I have a safe spot here. That'll help matters considerably. Give me a way to get out of the... oh, there's the teleport. Okay. What memory was not telling me, that fresh experience is telling me, damn it, timing, is that the biggest threat by far is those low projectiles. So this is going to be a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, and it's the last one when it goes almost straight up. I'm running out of ring at a fairly good clip. I've already burned through my harb, so this one might need another try. Oh, I do have the brochure serum still, so I can recover my ring at least. My timing is terrible when it comes to bumping into that teleporter. Oh, you know, I never really thought about it, but it looks kind of like the part I'm attacking might be an eyeball, and that might be a mouth underneath that the low projectiles are coming out of. I could time my jumps to get over those low projectiles, but I'd rather not risk it. Yeah, this attempt isn't going so great. We got in a very good hit there, but I am running on fumes here. Yep, not going well at all. If I play more or less perfectly at this point, I might be able to do it, but what are the odds of that? Go ahead and break out that brochure serum. It doesn't completely refill your ring power. If I recall correctly, you can use it 3 times, and it does a little each time. Whoops. Exactly right. Gotta be super careful, because at this point, one hit from pretty much anything is going to take me out. If I pull this one out, I'm going to be very pleased with myself, but no, I bumped right into the eye. And if memory serves, my nearest save is right on top of an enemy spawn point, so that won't do me any favors. But at least now I think I've got Ursula's number, and know what to do. Oh, it wasn't directly on top of the spawn point. How merciful. That pleases me. Let's find a spawn point that isn't right on top of an enemy, though, just to play it safe if I lose this attempt as well. Much better. This time I'm gonna hang back a little and not put my ring on until I've got a good opportunity. But we will put on the harb ahead of time. Okay, we got to the good spot pretty quickly. Excellent. And as soon as the next round of lower projectiles comes out, I'm going to go ahead and put on my ring and go to town. Oh, and I hear you say, how about the shield ring? And to that I say, not a bad idea in theory, but you see how little damage I'm doing with the power ring on? Yeah, if I was not wearing the power ring, you can imagine how little damage I'd be doing then. I could always just gain another level, but my notes say I could do this at level 11, so goddammit I'm going to. Oh, mind the teleporter there at all. So far, so much better. Whoops, that's not going to help me any. Okay, looks like I can fairly solidly get in 2 rounds of attacking before the projectiles start coming out of the bottom again. If I act decisively, which I didn't just now. Still pulled it off, though. Alright, now I'm starting to screw up. Can't get complacent. Yeah, I think it's harp time. Got it a little more than halfway down, though, and that's a fairly good sign. Haven't used my brocious serum yet, either. Whoop! Oh, that's not good. By God, I am pretty determined to do it this time. Oh, shit. Well, I was. That is really tricky to get your hits in when the stalactite or crystal thing isn't going to hit you and the teleporter isn't going to hit you either. Must be patient, must pick my shots. Must recover my ring power. Don't get greedy, on. Thought I told you not to get greedy. Okay, a couple more rounds ought to do it. That one went well. Finally. Very satisfying. And naturally, we're going to want to take the ring off. And we're going to want to drop another save, because I don't want to redo that again. And I am now feeling about ready to head back up to the surface. Ah, there's our next level. And according to my notes, that is the level we need for the next boss, so we're in good shape. I think I actually am going to hang out and money grind a little, though, because 6,000 should be enough to get me the next shield, and I would like to have that going to the next area. Adol, you're safe. I was worried. Let's get out of here. Hurry and take the statue to Mayor Grady. So, we are now topside with 6,000 for the next shield, and a little extra money for Harb and Brocia Serum. I'll take care of those right now, in fact. And might as well refill the ring power here. We are now officially skint, but we've got everything we need.
Grady, you must join forces with us. Everything will be ours once we make him return. Because I am a kind man, I will include you. I promise you that if you give us the statue, half of the world will be your kingdom. Doesn't that tempt you?
You must be kidding. Listen to yourself, man. And you call yourself a king?
Too bad, Grady. I was sure you could be a powerful leader. But now you dare to oppose me. We will have the statue. If you refuse to cooperate, your villagers will be held responsible.
was King Maguire of Valestine Castle, my boy. The king himself has finally come to threaten me. I'd better tell you everything, Adel. This is becoming very serious. Listen carefully. An evil being called Demonicus once dominated this land. He was locked away by a brave warrior. Now, King Maguire is trying to unleash Demonicus and use his evil power to conquer neighboring lands. You possess 3 of the 4 statues once used to put Demonicus away. King Maguire worried that you will find the 4th statue and banish Demonicus once again. To the north on Mount Secco lives an old hermit. He knows many legends and maybe more about the statues. I'm sorry to get you involved in this, my boy, but with this injured leg, well, you see how it is. Take this letter to the hermit. He may help you. Good luck, young Adel.
Alright. Yeah, that whole resurrect the ultimate demon thing and take over the world always works so well for these kind of people, doesn't it? Watch out for evil creatures. I would go, but for my leg. Well, he's kinda tall, maybe he's a good fighter. At any rate, the hermit we're supposed to see and Dogi's master are one and the same, so we'll go catch up with our buddy and meet his sensei. We've got our marching orders for next episode, but for now, I think we've had about enough for one day. As always, gentle viewer, it is a pleasure to have you along, and I hope to see you again real soon. Till then, this is signing off. Today's searing struggle has been brought to you by Justin Carpenter, Nolden, Zangamarth, Anonymous Benefactor, John Madigan, Sanguine Games, Misha Van Doren, Frank Grizzy, Tim J., Lolo De Puzzlo, Joshua C. Ritchie, Jared C. Rice, Sonic Rose, EX Potemkin, Alicia Goranson, Mechasaurus, DG Jono, Doug Russell, August Fortnight, Patrick Bellinger, Rob Lyons, Andy Kurland, Jarogue, Martin Schowenmakers, Mayo the Hedgefox, Hildegard Argelmach, IGV, Jazel, The Literary, and a warm and very grateful welcome to Joseph Hall, Hot Mayo Sandwich, and Dan Larson, who hold the honor of forcing me to go to 2 columns. Thanks as well to the rest of my very generous patrons, and to all commenters, subscribers, and watchers. Always glad to share my wanderings with you, and I hope to see you soon for more.